Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a bunch of animated projectiles like you see here, because each one of them is keyframed and there's probably several hundred of them. Let me see how many's actually here. 440. Alright, and it would take forever if you keyframed each one individually. I'll show you how to go about doing that so that you can have them do something like this, whether it's for whatever reason you would need, but basically just a way to create all the keyframes on each individual one without actually having to keyframe each individual one. Alright, now let me go ahead and go back to the beginning. I'm going to go into topside view. Now it doesn't matter what your scene is, it's just a basic rigid body scene. I'm going to get rid of all these cubes except for one of them. And I'm just going to leave this one right here. Alright. Now, I'm going to look at this from the side. I'm going to go ahead and delete all the keyframes on this one so that we can start off fresh. Now, this is just a rigid body object. And you have to check dynamic and animated. And then keyframe the animated. Alright, make sure you're at frame 1 when you do this. Now, what I want is this to be the starting position and it try to fly to somewhere around here. Alright, so I'm going to, on the y-axis at frame 1, insert a single keyframe, and I'm just right clicking on here to bring up the menu, and then I'm going to go to frame 50 and I'm going to drag this cube to somewhere around here. G for grab, Y for the y-axis, and bring it to about right here. And then once again I'm going to insert a single keyframe. Alright, now I need to go right in the middle between these, which is frame 25. And at frame 25 I'm going to uncheck animated and then keyframe it. Now what's going on here, the cube accelerates to the halfway point at frame 25 and then the animated unchecks and then it's essentially being freed at that point. It's almost like it's being thrown, like a ball being thrown. Alright, and you can see what's going on. Release, and then it's just free to fall. Alright, now duplicating this is the part that needs to be shown in order to do it without having to, so you can make a bunch of projectiles without having to keyframe each one individually, because like I said before, that would take forever. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to basically, this cube is 2 meters. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Shift D to duplicate and then Z minus 2.1. That way it duplicates it and puts it just below the other cube. And I'm going to press Shift R as many times as it takes for however many I'm trying to create. Alright. Now all of these, if I press play, they all have the same keyframes. So they're all going to do exactly the same thing, just at a different height. Alright, now we want to time shift them so that this one will go first, then this one, then this one. And right now we need to determine, do we want it to a cube to launch every frame, every 2 frames, every 5 frames, or whatever. I'm going to say every 5 frames. So I'm going to basically select all of these except for the top one, and then I'm going to bring my cursor down here or my mouse and then press G for grab, and then 5, enter. And basically I'm just dragging all the keyframes for these that are selected, 5 frames on the timeline. Now I'm going to press C, circle select, and unselect this top one. And once again do the same thing, grab 5, enter. Once again C, unselect the top one, grab 5, enter. And then just do that all the way down. Grab 5, enter. Grab 5, enter. You just got to make sure you keep your cursor down here whenever you press G for grab. C, unselect, grab 5, enter. C, grab 5, enter. Grab 5, enter. Grab 5, enter. Grab 5, enter. Alright, I got that it basically has all of them launching five frames apart from each other. Like if I press play, now let's duplicate some more and make them go the other direction. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so I'm gonna select all of them, go in the top side view. I'm actually going to put this in wireframe at this point, and I'm going to duplicate these going this direction. Shift D X minus 2.1, and then on these, I'm just, since there's 11 cubes in a stack, I'm just going to grab all of these and move them 55 frames. Grab 55, enter. Now if you watch them, the first one's launch, and then the second one's. Simple enough, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and select all of them, Shift D 4 minus 4.2, enter, and then instead of shifting it down here 55 frames, I'm going to shift it by 110. Grab 110. Simple enough. All right. Now I can press, or I can select all of them. Shift D X minus 8.4, enter, and then instead of 110, 220. Grab 220, enter. Simple enough, right? And you can continue this process for as many as you need. So I'm going to press Shift D X minus 16.8, and then grab, instead of 110 or 220, it's 440. Grab 440, enter. And of course, the numbers I'm entering as far as how far I'm dragging it, that all depends on how many frames are between each time a cube launches and all that stuff. And the distance I'm dragging over, of course, depends on the size of the cube itself. But that right there is a quick way to create a whole bunch of projectiles and keyframe them without actually having to keyframe each one individually, even though each cube has their own keyframes. Alright, if you have any questions about how to go about doing this, let me know, and I will do my best to explain it to you in a comment. Later, people.